The cafe was bustling, no surprise. It had just opened and was very popular. You heard all the rumors, but you didn't really pay mind to them. You chuckled under your breath. If Sal could see you now, dressed like a Tumblr hipster and staring at the boy across the room. You had no idea why he came here. You'd watched him for ages and he'd never show any sign of interest in a place like this. In fact, from what you gathered, he much preferred to avoid them. You stared at his reflection as he shot away another girl that had come up to him. He'd never really been interested in anyone that came up to him. Narrowing your eyes, you took another sip of your coffee. It was actually good, to your disappointment. Pushing back his chair, he tipped the waitress and abruptly left the cafe. You narrowed your eyes more. He had no reason to leave this quickly, but maybe he wanted to see if he was being followed. Deciding to risk it, you shoved your chair back too, pushing it in, and then you were out the door. You looked left, then right, but you couldn't see him. How could he disappear so quickly? No matter, you knew his schedule now, and you knew where he was. Tomorrow was the exact right place to do the job. Turning right, you decided to go to the library and get a book to relax. Might as well enjoy the coffee now. Itona sat at a table where most of his employers sat. He had no idea why they'd call him there so abruptly. Staring at the man across the table, he was silent with an unreadable expression. There's been a change of plans. The man finally spoke. He raised his eyebrows. This almost never happened, but when it did, it was usually a big deal. Change of target is a better word. This time, his emotionless face fell. This was new. Who is it? The friend. Misaki. She's getting close to you. He nodded. She was in the cafe he saw earlier. She thought he didn't notice, but he did. Alright, any preferred way of death? Slow. Walking to the brick wall, you pulled the loose one out and put your gun through it. You could see your target. He had his back turned to you, waiting for the right moment. It was absolutely silent in the old building, and you waited. Waited? Now. You pulled the trigger, and the bullet landed right in his head. Quickly packing up, you congratulated yourself on a job well done. I knew it. The man spoke. He was yelling at his superior. You didn't listen to me, but I knew. It was San-mi. It was her. She's here. His superior stared at him. She must have been using an alias. The man kept yelling, San-mi is here. She's gonna kill us all. Growling, Itona pulled out his gun and shot the man right in the head, staring at his superior. I can kill her, he said. No, she's better to us alive. Get her to become one of us, or kill her. He nodded, praying that she wouldn't be stubborn. You sat on the roof, a small gentle smile on your face. These were one of the only moments you ever truly felt human, not some killing machine where you could forget your second name and only be known as YN. Until you heard footsteps behind you, you wrapped your hand around your gun and hesitated, before turning around. But in that second of hesitation, the boy you thought you had killed had a knife to your throat. Got you, San-mi, he whispered. A low growl escaped your throat, disappointed in yourself that you had let yourself get caught. Struggle and you're dead. As much as I'd like to kill you, I need you alive. I killed you, you growled. Not really a good first impression. 3 eyes. That wasn't me. That was a criminal that was sentenced to death. We had to be sure it was you who was stalking me. You stared at the boy. His golden eyes filled with an emotion you hadn't seen before. He stared back while holding the knife tighter, but it had lowered just an inch from your throat, closer to your chest. You cleared your throat, your honor hurt by what you thought was pity from this man. What do you want? You hissed. You seemed to snap him out of his daze because the knife went back to its original spot. You have 2 options, 3 eyes. You can either join my organization or die. Growling more, your throat felt sore. You stared at the boy again. You knew you shouldn't. Death before dishonor. But then again, you were a sniper. You got paid to kill people you didn't know. Did you have any honor to begin with? Fine. He seemed shocked by your compliance, but the knife was still close to your throat. Good. Oh my god, this is another short one, but somebody did request an Itona one, so okay, bye.